Hello everyone. This is a quickie for all the Vienna nerds out there. I know who some of you are. Just found a really interesting little line that I don't remember ever having come across before. Okay, so I've just played a 10-minute game. My opponent's rated 1440. We get into the semi-copycat, or max slang. Okay, and now we get Queen G5, which kind of makes sense, right? The Queen's eyeing up G2, seeing as the bishop is from home. The bishop has abandoned the defense of G2, so what do we do? Okay, so my first thought was, well, I have to protect G2. Okay, so what I did in the game was I brought my queen out to F3, which was okay, yeah? But then what if the knight comes in immediately? I mean, it's quite often very annoying, this knight, So anyway, after the game, I analysed it, and it appears that this is a mistake already. I won't show you the rest of the game, but, well, I mean, it's only a few moves, actually. So, yeah, I'll show you the rest of the game, and then I'll show you this cool line, okay? So, they play F6. I was worried in case the knight should come straight in here, hitting my queen, and also hitting the C2 fork square, which would have fought, it's like, oh, what do I do here, right? Anyway, but I play D4, and he still could have just jumped straight in and captured, but he didn't. He puts the queen back. Now I play my knight G to E2, which is a move to remember in the Vienna. Although here, notice, I'm still only defending this pawn one time, and my opponent could still have just gone in and captured, which he does with the pawn. Then I dive in with the knight. Okay. His bishop comes out to defend the pawn. So this is one of the things I love about the Vienna, is this double-edged, danger of either knight coming in and threatening the fork, the king-rook fork. Anyway, so now I want to displace the bishop, so I develop my own dark square bishop. I'm now almost fully developed. Move 8, this is great. He trades, I recapture with the knight, and I'd already figured out that actually if I could get my knight here, his queen doesn't actually have many squares to go to. And yeah, she can't go there. She can't stay where she is. She can't go there. She can't go there. She can't go there. Or, so she's really actually only got 2 squares where she can go. Okay, and my opponent makes the wrong choice. Final move of the game. Knight takes C7 check with a discovery on the queen. Thank you very much. That will do. Right, so I was kind of lucky there, right? And my accuracy was like 50s. So not fantastic. However, if you ever see this in future, and I haven't checked whether I've seen it before, but it wasn't in my study, right? It is now. Pause if you wish. If you're a proper Vienna nerd, pause if you wish and figure out the best move here for white. And it's not easy, but you could work it out. You see, you need to look like 3 or 4 moves ahead, okay? And it's a real beauty. But it's also a pattern that I now know that I need to look out for. And it involves, if you can force this queen to this square, right? Possibly also F3, but here's the thing. The best move here is just to develop knight to F3. And you're thinking, Hunty, have you lost your mind? Right? You've just hung a pawn. And look, there's that rook, right? But wait. If opponent captures, this is a BLUNDER, blunder, okay? Pause if you want, figure out why it's a blunder. Check this out, right? If you figured it out, fantastic. The next move that you play as white is rook G1. It's like, well, that's fine, right? It's not, the queen's not trapped. The queen can go to H3, which is the most common move, okay? And then what do? Then what I'm gonna crack open my beer for this one. Planet Pale Ale from Brewdog. It's time for the best move in chess. Bishop takes f7. Check this out. And if the king takes the bishop, oh no, your queen. Thank you. Stick that in your pipe and take a long, deep drag, because your queen is out of the game, and basically from here black just loses. So what a lovely, lovely line. If the queen comes out here, which is, you know, it's kind of crazy, it's kind of gung-ho, but it's understandable. Yeah, you just go, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going to develop. And they go, haha, and you go, haha. And they go, hey, you've not trapped my queen. And you're like, check this, you know? Beauty. That's a beauty. One to remember. And these are the kind of things, you know, when you get into an opening and you stick with it, you learn it inside out. You know, it's like, I know musicians who can play multiple instruments, right? They're you know, very talented, but the point is that the best musicians that I know play one, right? And it's like they play their, you know, that guitar that they've had since they were 14, right? And they're just amazing. You know, whereas some others will collect 30 or 40 guitars, right? Some chess players will collect lots and lots of openings, but you know, it's a bit like being promiscuous. Do you know what I mean? I won't go into any more details than that, but there is something to be said for sticking to one particular opening. Okay, I'm going to stop there, but I've made my point. This is one to remember. All right. So long, Vienna nerds. Catch you later.